On average, 64% of American adults consume coffee every day. That's an average of 3.1 cups a day per American, totaling over 400 million cups of coffee consumed every day by Americans. Coffee is one of the world's most traded commodities, but it is only grown near the equator in an area called the Bean Belt. Around 50 countries internationally grow coffee, with Brazil and Colombia being the production leaders. Coffee is naturally produced in high-altitude, high-humidity areas under shaded tree canopies.
Since demand for coffee is so high, farmers have found more cost-efficient ways to produce the beans.
The new primary method for growing coffee is using plantation-style farms in open sunlight.
So what are the major problems with this method?
The most direct negative impact of this is that it requires that coffee beans are grown in forested areas, resulting in massive deforestation.
The lack of tree-covered production leads to the necessity of pesticide and fertilizer treatment.
Pesticides often run off into local rivers and the soil, causing further pollution of the area. This happens in places such as the Amazon rainforest, where it rains a significant portion of the year. The solution to the issues that we've raised is returning to the practice of growing coffee under tree canopies.
This would obviously stop the deforestation that's linked to coffee production.
The trees that shade the beans provide habitats for birds that protect the plants from insects, eliminating the need for pesticides.
Rainforest floors are extremely fertile, meaning that chemical fertilizers would also not be needed.
This is a more expensive way to grow coffee, but brands such as Starbucks, Lavazza, and Second Cup Coffee should show that consumers are willing to pay a premium for certain coffee brands.
Therefore, companies that produce sustainably sourced coffee should be able to charge a premium without sacrificing customers.
In Buffalo, there are various local coffee shops which source their coffee from sustainable farms. Public Espresso is located in the heart of the city in Lafayette Square. They serve coffee from around the world, sourcing from places such as Bali, Ethiopia, and Mexico, placing an effort and emphasis on supporting sustainable coffee.
We spoke with employees at the coffee shop and learned that their beans are both sustainably sourced and roasted. They use a zero-emissions bellwether roaster that removes gas power and exhaust from the roasting process. This means that they can roast and bag their beans in-house with zero carbon emissions. They acknowledge that this is a more expensive process, but creating a product they are proud of has always been important to them. This method of sustainably producing coffee may be more costly, but the environmental benefit and positive social impacts should outweigh that cost. Consumers have shown a willingness to pay more for this type of product, and we believe more coffee roasters should turn to shade-grown coffee.